Hello everyone, my name is Vinod Ahuja and the purpose of this video here is to let everyone know in a very simple language what a Kanban board is and what it does in a day-to-day life of a project manager or a business analyst. So let's begin with what a Kanban board is. A Kanban board is basically a visual representation of all the work items that we may have in a particular project. The concept of Kanban method came from the manufacturing industry, which was then being and is now being utilized by the software development industry as well. So there are different elements in the Kanban board. The first and the most important element is the visual display. The visual signals are basically small cards that we can call, or we can use post-its, and these are basically the representation of each task. In an agile framework, you can call them as a user story. So there's going to be a user story, and that each user story is going to be written, say for example, on a post-it. And there's going to be one user story per post-it, and in this way you write all the user stories on each different post-it. The second and the most other important element of a Kanban board is the columns. The columns are nothing but activities that are across a project that go on to make a workflow. These activities can be as simple as something which is like a to-do, which is in progress, completed. It can be more complex depending on the complexity of the project. You can include something like testing, something like urgent needs attention, and these columns flow across a project to make a workflow. Now what happens is these post-its that we have, these work items or the user stories that are written on each post-it, they flow across the columns. So just to give you an example, if you're a software development lifecycle and there is a user story which says access to a particular page, which could be through domain signing, and that user story can now sit in to do or completed or awaiting approval or testing or whatever different columns you've made as per your project. The third and the other important element of a Kanban board is, of course, the start and the end of each time. And this is also called as a lead time. This is the time in which you give a particular task to a particular team to complete, and from that time onwards to the delivery point, the time that is being taken to complete that task is called the lead time. That is also an important element to the Kanban board. The most other important element is the work in progress limits, which we call as the WIP limits. You need to make sure that you don't have a lot of tasks or a lot of cards or post-its that we are using sitting in one column. It has been observed that if you have a number of these tasks sitting in one column, that actually derails or delays the project. So if you want the project to really flow in a smooth, functional manner without any delays, you have to make sure that the WIP limits are not as much as can or could be handled by a particular team. The Kanban board is a starting point for any team to come to the table and to visualize the amount of work that they have. Every team can go and see the amount of work that the other team has. It can see any roadblocks, it can see any hindrances or bottlenecks that a project will have, and when every stakeholder is across the table visualizing the workflow, it becomes more easy for them to see if there are any roadblocks that the Scrum Master needs to take them away. I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions, please write it down in the link in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you.